Okay, everyone. So it looks like we're live. Hopefully, we're not going to have the same crazy tech issues as last week, but I'm so grateful that you all came back to join me again this week. And thanks for your patience and hanging in there with me. And I'm so proud of all of you that hopped on over to the Crazy Mom Crafts a Lot website and followed the tutorial there. Good job. So this week it's mystery stamping number 23. We have only 1 week left before we are going to break away from mystery stamping. And January 1st, we will be starting back up, same time at 2 p.m., with a Create With Me event. You can still sign up to the newsletter to receive the weekly supply list. I will still send out that supply list. But instead of it being a mystery event, we're all going to go ahead and just craft together. And that way we can talk and hang out and interact a little bit more. So I'm excited to share this new step, this new class with you guys. So for today, let's go ahead and get right to our clues. Okay, hopefully that all is working like it should be. And I think we're good. I'm almost surprised because there's normally so many technical issues. I'm almost a little leery this is going so smoothly today. So what will your card look like? It's a mystery. So here we go. Clue number 2. Take your colored cardstock that is cut at 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches and cut off a 2 3/4 inch piece off of one side. That should say, and cut a 2 3/4 inch piece off of one side. The word of somehow got its way in there. I don't know why. So this will be your card front. And then you're going to set aside the cut off piece. We won't be using that piece at this time. And then for those of you who are joining me live on Zoom, go ahead and you can use the chat feature to type in when you're done each clue, if you wouldn't mind, please. And that way I know if you guys are ready to move on to the next step. And if you have any questions, be sure and type them into the chat box as well. So once again, you're taking your 4 1/4 inch by 11 inch piece, and on the long side, okay, you're going to go ahead and cut a 2 3/4 inch piece off. Okay, you guys we've got dones coming in. Woohoo! That's awesome. You guys are so fast. All right, so I'm going to move us on to clue number 2. Or clue number 3, rather. Clue number 3. Add your 2 1/2 inch by 4 inch piece of designer series paper on the 2 3/4 inch front flap. So that front flap that you now have, since you cut away that piece, you're going to go ahead and add your 2 1/2 inch by 4 inch piece of designer series paper. Okay, and then don't forget to type done and 3 when you're done. Okay, so we have some done number 3s coming in. I can't wait to see what you guys did today. Super excited. So I'm trying to get on Facebook on my iPad just to make sure all is well there still. And I inadvertently put my keyboard back to Chinese, and now I can't get it back to English. So if any of you out there have any idea how to get my keyboard on an iPad switched back over without the little, the keyboard thing that normally comes up where you just click the world, it's not giving me that. So if you guys are wondering what I'm doing over here, I'm trying to get my keyboard back to English. All right, so we have a couple done number 3s. Letting everyone else finish up. Okay, you guys are moving right along today. Super awesome. Okay, clue number 4. Fold your 3-inch by 6-inch horizontal piece at the score line. And then you're going to adhere your ribbon to the front flap, centered between the top and the bottom, so centered, and about 2 inches in. Then you're going to leave the rest of the ribbon hanging out and to the right. So you're going to fold the 3-inch by 6-inch horizontal piece at the score line. Then you're going to adhere your ribbon to the front flap. So your fold is at the left, your opening is to the right. You're going to center it top to bottom, so about in the middle, and then about 2 inches in, and leave the ribbon hanging out. It is such a gorgeous sunny day here where we're at. We were talking to some friends earlier this morning, though, that had so much snow fall out in Idaho or in Ohio. It was so heavy that it broke down a 34-foot tree onto their house. If I remember correctly, it was a 34-foot tree, huge tree onto their house. Pretty crazy. So for those of you, anybody out there that is having snow, I'm sorry. Come to Arizona where it's nice and warm comparatively. How many of you guys love snow? If you absolutely you love snow, you could live in a snowy climate and be in snow all day, every day. You guys will have to tell me. Isha says she loves snow. How about the rest of you out there? Yeah, somebody else said, Diane said, boo. I agree, Diane. That's why I live in Arizona. Pat says, love snow, grew up with snow. You know, I love snow to an extent. I prefer it in seasons. Like, 3 times a year I could handle. Okay, clue number 5. Adhere your designer series paper to the front panel of the 3-inch by 6-inch piece, covering over the bit of adhered ribbon. So remember, your fold is to the left, so basically it's a mini card. Yeah, I'm with you, Esther. She says she likes snow to look at, maybe to play in for a day only. I grew up many years up in New Jersey, and my grandfather had a snow plow. So he would actually come and plow the snow on the farm, at the front of my family's house. And we would have this big, massive snow mounds that, my brothers would get out there and they'd be out doing all sorts of stuff in there. But we used to make snow forts and things like that. So that was kind of cool when you could actually get out there and make something with the snow and have a snow fort or snowmen. I like it. But this stuff that it's piddly snow here in Arizona, where it snows enough to be just create mud and you can't do anything with it, that's not so fun. But I didn't like having to dress in so many layers for months on end with the cold either. So I wouldn't mind having a couple days of it, but that's about all I want. Wow, you girls are quick today. Love this. Okay, here we go. Take your whisper white 2 3/4 inch by 2 3/4 inch piece and stamp a sentiment on it. Oop. Sorry, banging the camera. So you're taking your 2 3/4 inch by 2 3/4 inch piece and stamping a sentiment on it. I have been in the world of sympathy cards for the last 2 weeks, so I'm really curious to see what you guys are going to stamp on your piece today, what sentiments you guys are all working with. Everything that's featured on today's card are items that are in the new Celebration catalog. And when you spend $50, for every $50 you spend before tax and shipping, and with a qualifying purchase, you get to pick, starting January 5th, out of this super cute catalog, you get to pick a free item. So there's items in $50 increments, and then there's items in $100 increments. So you can see all the cute paper and stamps and things like that. I can't show you the inside, but I can show you the outside and all the super cool stuff that is headed our way the 5th of January. And it only goes through the 28th of February. So I get a lot of questions on this every year. How long does Celebration last? This year, it's only 2 months. So don't wait. It's a great time if you've been needing to stock up on cardstock, or if you've been needing to get some more adhesive or some new stamps. Now is a great time to save and to spend in the months of January and February, because you're going to get so many extra rewards. So I just wanted to remind you guys about that. Okay, so we have some done number 6s starting to pop through. Give you guys another minute or so and then I'll move us. All right, here we go. Clue number 7. Adhere your stamped 2 3/4 inch by 2 3/4 inch piece inside of the 3 inch by 6 inch piece. Adhere your 2 3/4 inch by 2 3/4 inch piece inside of the 3 inch by 6 inch piece. And I'll say you want it so that your ribbon is to the right. Okay, I was second guessing myself for a minute. Okay, done 7s. Coming in. Here we go. Score your Whisper White cardstock that is 10 inches by 3.5 inches at 5 inches. So you're scoring it at the 5 inch mark and you're folding it in half. So you're scoring your Whisper White cardstock that is 10 inches by 3.5 inches at 5 inches and folding in half. Okay, so with the Whisper White 10 inch by 3.5 inch piece open, and the fold is on the right hand side, so the fold would be on the right and then you'd open it up. Stamp your image or sentiment on the left hand side. So some people like to stamp on the inside of their cards, like kind of over on the bottom left, or if you have a specific sentiment in the center of the card, you can do that too. At least I think I did. Yeah. So if you want to decorate, another thing that you can do, I did pull it out of the original clues list that I had, but if you want to, so if your card is opening the opposite direction they normally do, this piece is opening to the right. The right hand side, if you want to emboss it and run it with an embossing folder through your machine, you are welcome to do that at this time. Any class that we have, you guys are always welcome to take and go off and emboss something if you want. But if you don't have a stamp and cut emboss machine or a die cutting machine that you can emboss with an embossing folder, another option, if you just want to decorate this piece further, is you can emboss with a heat tool and embossing powder on that right hand side flap of this piece. And you would want to emboss on the front. So just picture the card opening backwards, and you would be embossing on the front. So I'll give you guys some time to do that if you'd like to do that. Okay, so we have some done number 9s coming in. I'm going to give everybody just a minute. So other than card making, for those of you who are done, what are some other crafty projects you guys like to do? Does anybody do knitting and crocheting? Do you do vinyl projects? Do you, does anybody do macrame anymore? On occasion, I meet people that still do macrame. Does anybody sew, quilt? What other crafty projects do you guys do? And have you gotten to spend any time doing them right now with the COVID? Seems like people are either busier than they've ever been before in their lives, or things are way slower. It doesn't seem to be any middle ground. It's one way or the other. I can't wait to see what you guys do. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move on from clue number 9. You guys are okay. Don't stress if you're not finished yet. To the right inside of your horizontal card base. Okay, so this is your card base, not the Whisper White piece we were just working with, okay? You are going to, centered between the top and the bottom. So in the center, you're going to adhere about 2 inches in of your ribbon, and your supplies told you to cut 9 inches of ribbon. So you're going to adhere about 2 inches in of that towards the inside of the card and leave the rest of the ribbon hanging outside to the right. And when you put your adhesive on, I wouldn't go right to the edge with your adhesive because we're going to be putting other stuff on top. So I would come in just a hair when you put your adhesive, about a half to a quarter an inch to the inside of your card. So again, to the right inside of your horizontal card base, this is the colored card base, centered between the top and the bottom. So in the center, you're going to adhere in about 2 inches of ribbon towards the inside of the card and leave the rest of the ribbon hanging outside to the right. So I'm going to hang here on clue number 10 for a little bit and let everybody finish up what they're doing on clue number 9. Be sure and type in the chat box and let me know when you guys are caught up to clue number 9. Okay, we have a bunch of done number 10s coming in. So I'm going to go ahead and move us along. Okay, great. Wonderful. In the center of the card base inside back piece, adhere your 10-inch by 3.5-inch whisper white piece now so that the fold is opposite the card base fold. So you have your card base fold opening left, your whisper white 10-inch by 3.5-inch piece that you've folded in half now, that's going to open to the right. So one opens left, one opens right. I'm curious to see if all of you chose to do this in a horizontal format or if anybody has altered theirs to be in a vertical format. I'm so anxious to see your guys' cards. I want to know what you guys are making. I think mystery stamping, I say this every week, I think it's more of a mystery for me than it is for you guys sometimes. So excited to see what you guys are working with. How are we doing, you guys? Okay, so we have some done. Number 11's coming in. Give you guys another minute to finish up. And I have a couple announcements today I'm super excited to share with you guys. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move us on. I hope everybody's good. You're doing okay? Okay, so for clue number 12, now you're going to adhere your 3" by 6". So that's folded in half now. Adhere your 3" by 6" piece to your card base front flap with the ribbon hanging out the same side as the ribbon on the card base inside panel. So when you go to adhere this piece, I'm going to help you guys out here. Okay, so you have your 3" by 6" piece. You have your designer series paper and your ribbon coming out, right? When you guys go to put the adhesive on this piece, only put adhesive on the right-hand side, because when you go to adhere that onto the front flap, you don't want to seal your card shut, because that would be really sad. That would be sad. So put adhesive on the back right-hand side of this piece and adhere it centered on the card flap, okay, the front flap of your card base, so that the ribbon is coming out the same side as the ribbon is on the bottom card base piece. Okay, I hope that helps some of you guys here. It's the last step. So we're talking about mistakes on the chat. And if you think you messed up, don't stress too much. Maybe you have invented a new card design. So you never know what you guys might create. If you think you've made a mistake, don't worry, just keep going forward with it. There are no mistakes. It is only creative opportunities. Okay, so we have some done number 12s coming through. All right. Giving you guys a second here. Okay. The end! You did it! Woohoo! Hooray! So don't forget to post your creations on the Crazy Mom Crafts a Lot Facebook group, or you can email me at crazymomcraftsalot@gmail.com for inclusion in the upcoming newsletter so we can all ooh and ah over your creation. So let me show you guys the card design before I get into some other announcements. I'm so glad you guys got to join today. I'm extra happy that the internet decided to cooperate. So here's our beautiful card envelope, and here is the card design. So now in today's clues, the way we walked through, we didn't design this further. You are more than welcome to go and in whatever colors you want. You know, you could use Whisper White, you could punch out with other colors, what have you, and complete the design to add to the front of this. But for today, we were keeping it simple for the mystery stamping aspect of it. But let's go ahead and we'll open this up and I'll show you how this works. So we have our ribbon that opens up. Here is our cute vellum butterfly. This stamp comes from the brand new Heal Your Heart stamp. It is one of the celebration freebie items. The Field and Flowers, I think that's what the designer series paper is called. That is also a free celebration item that you can earn in starting January 5th. And this, I'm sorry, this one's from the Heal Your Heart, the Wishing I Could Heal Your Heart. I love this sentiment. I am feverishly making sympathy cards, unfortunately, lately. So I really appreciate the sentiment. It's really big. It's easily, it's easy to read. And I thought it was just really perfect to go with the butterfly because butterflies are such resilient creatures. So this opens up this way. And then we have our interior card. Now I did dry emboss this, and that's what I told you guys. I left that out of the instructions for mystery stamping, but it is on the website in the blog tutorial. It does talk about embossing with your machine, with your Stampin' Cup machine. And then here is where, if you desired to, you could stamp something extra on here or even a sentiment to the inside. So I love this fun fold card. I hope this is a new card template and design for you guys to work with. It's a very elegant card. And I think it's something that would bring a great deal of comfort to people, especially during a difficult time. This is I will tell you correctly here in just a second, Pat. Pat asked, which embossing folder is this from? And I don't want to give you the wrong name, so I will look it up in my trusty catalog. It is the Meadow Moments embossing folder. It is in our current annual catalog. It is absolutely stunning. If you can see the butterflies and the flower and all the texture it lends. I love embossing folders. Overall, they're a very cost-effective investment, and it really helps you to change the look and the design of your cards very, very quickly. They're very skinny. It's a small tool to store, so they store real nicely tucked inside just a little basket. So I do really, really, really love my embossing folders. But I want to show you guys real fast, so if you'll hang tight. Again, these items are featured in the new Celebration catalog. Okay, this is one of the gorgeous stamp sets that you can earn with your qualifying purchase, and that's where the butterfly came from. So it's a little deceptive because in the catalog, I looked at these and I thought, oh my gosh, those are so small. And I thought they were really small. However, and it says this in the catalog, so look for this. This says that the images are at 65%. So that helps you to know how large these images really are. So if you can see how big here, the best wishes, it's huge. It's not a tiny, look at this hummingbird, you guys. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Look at this. The hummingbird and the butterfly, it's huge. It's absolutely stunning. Thinking of you. Beautiful, beautiful sentiments. So that's one. The other one is the Heal Your Heart. And this has the We're in This Together. I love this saying that I can't promise to always fix your problems, but I can promise you won't ever face them alone. I love that. Sorry for your loss. I don't know what I would do without you. And then these beautiful thank you and wishing I could heal your heart sentiments. They're gorgeous. And I love how big they are. I'm a person that I love big, bold sentiments. And these are just absolutely perfect. And then I will give you a sneak peek, because I know some of you guys love paper. So here is a little sneak peek. Woohoo! at the gorgeous paper. Again, a celebration freebie item, you guys. Like, this is huge. You guys get to pick from all of these amazing items starting the 5th of January. If you desire to become a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and join Team Incubrilliance with the rest of us, you can actually pre-order and pre-earn items right now today out of the new celebration, or out of the brand new spring mini catalog and out of the celebration brochure. So woohoo for pre-orders. So look at this luscious paper. Oh my gosh. You guys, it's so pretty. So we have this. Let me pull it out. Let me just pull it out and give you girls and guys, a good sneak peek here. Okay, there we go. Now I'm not fighting with stuff. Look at this. It's stunning. It is so gorgeous. So that's the front. Here is the back, and this is in a cherry cobbler. So the lighting, I can tell, is a little bit off, but it's cherry cobbler. It's just gorgeous. Love, love, love this one here. Hopefully I can get this correct. But this is Just Jade in the back, and I think that's Blushing Bride and Daffodil Delight. Again, yummy, yummy colors. And we have polka dots for everybody who loves polka dots. Oh my gosh, you guys. This paper, it's killing me. It's so gorgeous. And then our daisies, and this is Granny Apple Green, so it's that beautiful, beautiful pop of green in there. And then we've got some blues featured in there. And then look at this print. How stinking gorgeous is this? This, you know what this makes me think about? I don't know what you guys think when you see this, but for whatever reason, I could see doing a card, like one of these cards, and having this print, and it reminds me, don't ask me why, but doing the thank you sentiment in here if you share a meal with somebody, even like a Zoom meal with someone. That would be a fun thank you card to send after having a Zoom meal with somebody and getting together with friends. You know how if you go to a dinner with somebody, you may send your dinner host a thank you card. There's no reason to stop doing that. Just because we're on Zoom, we can still send thank you cards for anybody that hosts a Zoom meeting. Look at this paper. And then this is in that Just Jade with the tulips. Oh, it's gorgeous, you guys. It's super cute. So many ideas. And then check this out. And I can tell that the light is making this look more pink. This is not. This is definitely in the reds. Let's see if it'll focus at all for you guys better. This is definitely more reds, and it's showing up more pink on my screen anyway, maybe not on yours. But this is Cherry Cobbler, Blushing Bride, and I think that's Real Red. Oh no, Poppy Parade. That would be more like Poppy Parade in there. So gorgeous, gorgeous reds, you know, mixtures of reds and the pinks. And then check out the awesome, awesome stripes. Love stripes. So there's a little sneak peek for you guys of the new celebration paper. So that's it for now, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me this week. And I'm glad once again that everything worked. Just a reminder, next week is the last week for mystery stamping before we switch over to our Create With Me event. So December 18th, next week, is our 24th and final mystery stamping for this year. Next year, January 1st, we will be starting up with the live Create With Me event. And if you want to be kept up to date on all the class offerings and events that I have going on, be sure to visit my website, www.crazymomcraftsalot.com, and click on Let's Connect to sign up for the newsletter, and that way you can stay up to date in your email on all the different events and classes and sales and card inspiration. Thank you so much, Card Detectives, for joining me today. I can't wait to see you again next week. Bye.